Hey guys, my name is David Michaud. I'm from Pine Ridge, South Dakota. I am a 170-pound fighter and I am 4-0 professional. I was born in Pine Ridge, South Dakota. It's on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. On Pine Ridge, there's really nothing. I mean, I think that we're the second poorest county in the nation right now. Just growing up, you know, there's plenty of people who don't have running water, who don't have a fridge, and being around that, it's hard to pull yourself out of it, just to see so much despair. People just, you know, in the worst living conditions you can imagine, and it's really hard for, you know, people to feel like they can escape from that they can better themselves whenever that's all that you see. It was really hard for me to try to, you know, even go to college, because there's not many people where I'm from who leave the reservation, go to school, finish, and even get a job, get an education, anything. Still, there's no economic activity. People will say, you know, why don't they get jobs or anything? But there's no jobs there. There's nothing. No one's going to invest in a place that's, like I said, the poorest, you know, one of the poorest places in the nation. I think that's part of why I kind of got into fighting too, because growing up, people were always fighting. There's fights happening everywhere. There's nothing else to do. So, you know, it's not even like fights that you're mad at the other guy about. You just fight with your friends because there's nothing to do. So you just start fighting. And that's part of why I think a lot of people are really interested in it, because it's something that we all grew up with. We all know that, you know, it's just in our blood, because we're still always doing it. If you're from the res, you've probably been in quite a bit of fights in your life. I got into fighting because when I was 15, one day my dad just asked me if I wanted to go up to the Sturgis rally and test out a mixed martial arts fight, because they have fights where people can just jump in and fight anybody, and that was my first fight. It was against a guy, I think he was about 23 or 24, and I won, and ever since then it's just kind of been something that I've been doing. When I got into fighting, it just kind of seemed like, you know, something to do at first, because I was still really young. Like I said, I started at 15, and, you know, the first time I did it, I just loved it. It was really a blast. There's nothing else like it that I've ever done. I mean, to be in there with someone else who's really just trying to take your head off, it's a rush like nothing I've ever felt before. And each time I go out there, I'm always fighting a better guy every time, and I just take that as a challenge to see if I'm better than the man standing across the cage from me. A lot of the people where I'm from like to fight because it's just something that we do. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess I like to say that it's in our blood, because a lot of people that I know still have that warrior mentality, and whenever I go to a fight, I always have a lot of support from my entire reservation. It seems like everyone really gets behind it. Me and some of my other friends that do MMA, they really support us, and it's nice to, you know, feel like we're still the modern day warriors, because we still go out and we still fight, and, you know, to a lesser extent do battle.
Now that I've made your life feel like it's just completely nothingness, go.
I need to be on here. It's all I have.